Hey everyone, Dr. Dane, and I want to talk about an upcoming event that we have coming up on November 14th and 15th in San Antonio, Texas. We do this on a yearly basis. And Dr. Justin, I think we've been doing this for about 15, 16 years.
Yeah, at least. I know my first 8WW seminar ever was in 2012 in San Antonio.
Yes, it was. I did.
We've been doing this for a
I
long time,
remember that
though.
vividly. You and your wife were sitting in the back right-hand corner. We had Barry Anderson, which was very memorable, speak at that event. And we've had some amazing speakers over the years. And one of the things about the speakers that we have, and maybe we can just talk a little bit about the speakers that we have coming this year. We try to pick speakers that are very relevant to what we do, running a functional wellness program like 8 Weeks to Wellness in our office. And we try to have speakers that really have something to pour in, not just from a clinical standpoint, or we have Robert Silverman speak a lot. We have Roberto Monaco speak. We have Dr. Ross Crane speaking this year, who is in practice. We have a lot of in practice docs like you and myself, Dr. Ross Crane. We have business guys and marketing guys. We have Dr. Ryan Ryder speaking this year. So we over the years have had, I think, some of the best speakers in the chiropractic profession.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the last one we had Jill Marsh from, Life Chiropractic. We took tours at the university, which was amazing. So we've had a ton of great speakers, but we've also had a ton of opportunities throughout to visit different cities. We did Nashville a few years ago, which was a great time. My team still talks about that. And that's one thing, we really do a lot of too, Dane, is we want people to bring their team so that we can train and educate them at the same time because there's a ton of value in each speaker for everybody in your office.
Yeah, so talk about that for a second because I know for myself, I have four team members that are coming this year, and a lot of doctors, Dr. Justin, don't see or don't potentially see the return on investment buying plane tickets, buying hotels, buying seminar tickets to really invest, as you say, love on your team. And I have found over the years, my team appreciates so much of us loving on them this weekend, and we make it fun. We not only, pay for their plane tickets and their hotel rooms, but we give them a stipend so that they can have lunch. We take them out for dinner generally one night, and we just have a blast. And I have to tell you, that's come back. I have the best team that I've ever had. And I think it's because my team understands that we invest back in them and they get to hear these speakers. Like so many times, a doctor will go to a seminar and hear this amazing speaker that the team doesn't hear, and then they can't understand why the team they don't get it. So maybe
Right.
can you speak? I know what it's done for my team, but maybe over the years you had a lot of different team members. Maybe you can talk about the value of investing back into your team by bringing them to a beautiful place. We're at a beautiful hotel right on the Riverwalk. We're not at a Motel 6. It's beautiful. We have top-notch speakers. So what's the value? What's the return on investment that you get for putting that money into your team?
Well, I think you're right on, Dave, when you say, we come back fired up from these seminars, right? Learned a ton of things, got a ton of notes, and we just puke it and regurgitate it out on our team and our team meetings, and it becomes all about what we learned and hey, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Versus when you invest in your team and you bring them to an event like this, what happens is you come back and they have ideas, right? They have items and lists and like, hey, we'd love to do this. We want to look at this. How about this great thing? And now it becomes them buying in to your practice, right? And I think a lot of doctors struggle that their teams aren't buying in to what it is their purpose and their mission is in their practice. And it's because they're not investing in them. They're investing in themselves and then trying to get their team to come along. And this event and bringing my team, this will be my third or fourth year of consistently bringing my team to these events and bringing the people about I'm bringing six people this year and it's an investment into them, but they talk about it all year long. They look forward to it when it comes the next year. And it's just a way, like I said, to invest in them. They buy in and you can't put a value on that when it comes to a team. And like you, Dr. Dane, I have found that this investment in my team, it's created a much better team, a team that I love, a team that's super solid and that I don't see going anywhere. And we're going to bring on a couple new people this year because I think they've earned it. And I just think it's a great opportunity for docs to get full buy-in from their team.
That's awesome. And one of the things, based on what you said, Justin, that I personally love about the 2-day training event, we have it in November, which, we're just a couple months away from the beginning of a new year. And one of the things that we always remind our doctors to do, and we provide composition notebooks for our team before we go, so that they can take notes in all the speakers. And we always say, you're taking notes to create action items of what needs to change for the new year. So it's not just a matter of setting new goals, It's what habits do we need to put in place in the office to be able to achieve those goals. And by the end of the weekend, we take time at the end of the event so that everybody can mastermind from the same office together to go over their action item list. So based on the speaker, this is what we feel like we need to do. This may be a goal or maybe a small procedural change that we need to do in our office. And usually by the end of the event, you'll have, like in my case, I'm going to have 5 team members that are all going to have their own individual action items so that when we come together, we can set goals around those action items for the new year. And the growth that takes place is just amazing.
Yeah, I agree. We have our team meeting for the next year right after this event because we find there's a handful of people who don't come along. We want them to be part of our team meeting. But like you said, Dane, we come to that meeting and everyone's got items, ideas, what they want to accomplish, what they want to do, not just themselves with the office. And typically, I'll be honest, I don't put a lot of input into those meetings because by the time you get done with all this, they've done all the work. And that's the amazing thing. Again, full buy-in. It's just phenomenal.
That's awesome. So maybe let's just talk. We don't want to make this too long, but let's just talk about the speakers and maybe talk about the event and the layout and the format that we do it in. So we do a 2 day training, guys. So we generally have a meet and greet on Thursday evening, and we're going to have it at a rooftop bar that's at the hotel where we can just meet one another. It's very informal, get to know one another. The seminar starts on Friday morning. Generally, we start right at 9 a.m. We have Dr. Robert Silverman speaking, and if you've never heard of Robert, he's spoken at a lot of our events. Just, a savant, I call him, when it comes to functional medicine. And if you want to introduce things like labs into your practice or nutrition or supplementation or really understand the impact of metabolic disease and the research behind it, Robert's just amazing. So, we always say it's science, art, and philosophy, and definitely Robert is our science guy. So we also have this year speaking for the first time Dr. Ryan Ryder. And Ryan is amazing. Ryan ran 8 clinics at one point in time. He now has one of the largest coaching business, if not the largest coaching business in the UK. And I've met a lot of chiropractors, Justin. I have to tell you, I've met thousands of chiropractors, and I think this guy has more, not just more energy, but he has more understanding and more understanding of what it takes to be successful as a chiropractor in terms of running your business and also running the marketing of your business. So Dr. Ryan is just amazing. If you've never heard him speak, guys, I think coming to this event just to hear Ryan would be worth it. We also have you speaking, Dr. Justin, which is amazing. You always bring something very practical. We have your bride speaking this year. She's going to be speaking on introducing nutrition into the practice. We have Dr. Ross Crane, who's literally, I think he's one of the most successful chiropractors in the functional wellness space that I've seen. He's just putting so many people through the 8 weeks to wellness program. And there's a reason for that. It's he lives what he preaches, and so does his family. But this guy is on fire, and he's going to kind of share his passion and what he's doing to really elevate his practice, especially from a marketing and social media standpoint. I think he really, if you're not friends with Ross Crane, Crain on social media, you need to be checking him out and see what he's doing. And we also have Roberto Monaco, and we've had Roberto speak many times. And Justin, Roberto is just a master when it comes to communication, and whether that's communication through doing live lectures to your patients or through social media or just doing videos like this. Roberto is just amazing when it comes to influence and having impact in your communications, whether that's your day one, day twos, or like I said, social media or doing live events. So we do have a kind of an all-star lineup. We go from 9 to 4 or 5 on Friday. We generally on Saturday start with a team workout. So we all meet at 6 a.m. in the morning. We generally are going to do a workout in a park that's close to us, and that's a lot of fun to get your brain engaged. And then on Saturday, we go from 9 to 3. And then dinner each night, everybody's generally on their own. So it promises to be an amazing event. If you've never been to San Antonio and the Riverwalk, it's a lot of fun.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. And great space. Like you said, Dane, we got a great hotel, great venue. All the speakers, what I love about all of them is the fact that they just are going to really pour into you. They have big hearts. They're not going to hold back. And they stick around, right? They're going to be there all weekend. You can ask questions. And they're really going to dive into the culture and really dive into the seminar. So great opportunities for docs and their teams. I just can't stress it enough to bring your team.
So I'll finish with this because I can do this. Is I will give you a guarantee, doctors, that if you come and bring your team, okay, and at the end of the event, they don't think it's one of the best events that they've ever been to, if you've ever even taken them to an event, or you don't think it's the best event that you've ever been to, we'll refund your money for the ticket, no questions asked. Okay. So they can't beat that offer, right?
Right. And not beat that
I
offer.
would tell them that I'd pay for their plane ticket and room expense, but there'd be somebody who would take me up on that. So, but I
Right.
will pay for your registration fee for you and your team if you don't think it's one of the best events that you've ever attended. All right. So how's that for a guarantee? So we hope to see you there. We're going to include some registration links. Dr. Justin, anything that you want to say in wrapping up?
No, we'd love to see you guys there. Reach out to us if you have more questions. We are here to help you.
Awesome.